Hello everyone. I want to do this thing today where we partition the page before a sketch so that we can position certain objects to catch a person's eye, no matter what the person is like. First thing I like to do is I just adopted this technique, so it's actually not something that I've been using for a long time. First thing you need to do is you need to mark certain crosshairs on this page, and you need to set up a frame for yourself, just like it would happen in a movie shot or in a picture frame. So basically, once you do this, you would have something like this. You would have lines going across. So this is the middle section of the thing that you're drawing. This is the mid section. You've put in some borders and some framework. You could use a compass over here. Given Sri Lankan context, I decided to use a Buddha statue with the head radiating outward to speak to the culture, the religion. There is something like a windmill over here or a power station. You could also have the clouds and the sun. You could actually have the sun rising up over a mountain right over here where these two lines meet. There is a lady sitting on a bench over here, and she is positioned directly right on, at least her butt is sitting on the crosshairs. There's an object on this crosshair. There's an object on this crosshair in this particular picture. So the next thing you want to do is list out 5 or 6 objects. If you were doing 9 objects or something, you would use a different framework than this. I'll get to that when I make it. That'll be another video. But if you're placing 5 or 6 objects, I would say, just draw 4 lines and then, have the outside border and have the inside border. So some people are gonna notice what's directly in front of them. The warmest, friendliest people will focus on the people, the pets, the animals. We could give, there's a bird over here, and we could give this little lady a puppy or a cat. Right, and we can have like a cat over here because with the house you're more likely to see something like a cat. I know the pictures are very crude. That's because this is not a complete picture. This is just a concept. This is kind of like a blueprint on which your foundation will be built. There's a boat over here. There's some water over here. You could also, let's focus in on this. This is the same picture with the clouds and the sun on top. You see the boat over here. The same mountain where the Buddha statue was. I still have this mountain over here, but it's blank on top. And you have an old lady on the bench where the other lady was sitting. And the water and the lily pads look different. The house doesn't look as much as a house, but we do have trees, and so yeah, that's a complete picture. And you want the power station or whatever to be outside because, like I said, the warmest and the friendliest people will focus right into the middle, right into what's directly in front. You are adding several layers. Now the Buddha statue on the hill is going to be further away into the page in the distance. That's what the feeling that you're going to get is. And the lady sitting on the bench, she's going to be closer to you. Now, while the warmest and the friendliest people will focus on the houses, the pets, the people, the more analytical, logical people, they will even try to create their own grid lines on this framework. And they would maybe focus on the outside of the borders. So you want to catch their eye as well. You want to place certain things inside, outside, and it all depends on everybody's framework is going to be there's going to be unlimited grid lines on this picture that other people are going to put for themselves, especially if they're non-conformist. So you're going to place objects everywhere, but yeah, you're going to need to plan it out before you draw it in.